Hello folks, hope you're having a good winter. We got a little under the weather or under the workload. Missed a week of videos, sorry about that, but hope we get back on path pretty quick. Winter depresses me because the sun is down when I go to work and it's down when I come out of work, so it's long days, short nights, and too much work. So today we are in the Uwharrie National Forest and Game Lands down in I don't know where we are, the southern middle of North Carolina. It's Albemarle, east of Charlotte, but this is a beautiful big national forest interspaced with a lot of North Carolina state game lands. It's got a beautiful lake, it's got a lot of beautiful trails, it's got some off-road trails for four-wheel drive vehicles, like my 4Runner. Some very easy, some very hard. It's got a lot of sticks, as the boy behind me is going to show you. It's got horseback riding. It's got 3 campgrounds we're going to check out. It's got miles and miles of trails, roughly 75 miles of trails. Most of them are horse trails, but you know, that's all right. It's a very busy place on the weekends, especially with the COVID. But it's a nice place. I came down here when we first got here and it was pretty interesting. We actually bought a ticket to drive the trails, and we did drive a little bit of them until I decided that I was going to hit my oil pan or my transmission on rocks if I didn't stop and turn around. So we turned around and got out. But watched a lot of people ride them, and they look like a lot of fun with a vehicle that's got a little lift to it. My car does not have lift on it as of yet. We may do that someday. But we're going to take you on a real quick tour of the campgrounds. Obviously, we're not camping this weekend. We might come back in a week if the campgrounds look good. They have hot showers, electricity, all the needs for midwinter camping. So we may come back. But for right now, we're just going to give you a quick tour of what we can find here, and maybe a little hiking with the boy. He's pretty frustrated with not being able to do stuff. You can't find the right sticks. Let's get going. We'll show you what's around. The area around Uwharrie is mostly kind of old farming communities and things like that. There are a lot of general stores that really cater to the recreational user of the forest. There's places you can rent boats, canoes, kayaks. A lot of fishing equipment stores, hunting equipment stores, a lot of camping equipment stores. There's not much chance you're not going to find what you're looking for around here, although I've only seen a couple of gas stations, so be aware. But you know, you go 30 miles in an hour, so there's a gas station every 30 miles. You should be all right on a couple gallons of gas. So anyways, we're gonna drive this, and I can't drive in video because the roads are a little rough. They're dirt roads, pretty much packed down clay. I don't know what they would be like in a rainstorm. Probably pretty muddy and pretty slippery, but I don't have any problems today. It's a beautiful sunny day, and the temperatures right now are 40 degrees, so it's not too cold, but it's not too warm either. So let's go see if we can find the campgrounds and some of the other attractions to the forest. Like any national forest property, there are some free dispersed camping areas along the way, along the roads, and they're pretty nice. I mean, they're free. They get well used. This is a very well used piece of property. This is one of the dispersed free campsites I was talking about. As you can see, you can drive in here. I didn't want to go through the mud hole there, but I could have gone over here. And it's a pretty big, spread out, dispersed camping area. I'm sure You can get most RVs, trailers in here. And as you can see, there's somebody left a fire going. I mean, that's a fire that's going real well. Who knows if they're coming back or not, but this is a nice little campsite, and it appears you can go quite a ways. I'm gonna bet you're not supposed to drive way into here, but it looks like somebody has. Get you out of the sun. There's a trail right up there. You can see the marker. But it's a, you know, if I had the Aliner with me, we'd be spending the night. You know, work gets in the way of a lot of fun. We are across the street from where we stopped for Dispersed Camping, and this little path, trail, invites hiking. And obviously, you know, you can park all over the place. You could park where I'm parked and then hike, backpack, and probably see some pretty good wildlife in here. So here we are at the beginning of the campground. They do have a dump station, and here's the kiosk for paying, signing in and all that. Says there are hosts on 6 and 22. I guess there is a host. Now I don't see electricity at these sites. Where are we? We're at 9, 10, 11. These sites don't seem to have electricity. Got speed bumps. It's all paved, so that's not bad. Now I see some rigs here, some big rigs, travel trailers, and I see their cord out, so they must. There's electricity. Okay, so in the loop here, what numbers we got here? 12, 13, 14, 15. Yeah, these are all electric. And they're nice sites. They're pretty close together. Especially in the fall when there's no leaves to cover up what you're doing. Some of the spots are pretty small. Another host site for 22. People come with all sorts of gear. It's a FJ with a nice canoe on it. Here's site 25 with a nice rooftop tent on a trailer. Got a lot of garbage pickup around. It's a nice camper. Oof, they got enough damn speed bumps. Got a speed bump every 200 feet. But the campsites are definitely close. Some of them aren't though. This is a... Here's 33, looks a little nice. All by itself. .36 looks pretty nice too. That's by itself. 37. 37 is a nice big site with lots of space around it. Across from the drinking water, no less. 38 isn't too bad. Now 39, 40 are just right next to each other. 41. This appears to be the bathhouse. We're gonna go look at that. This is the men's on this side, looks like. It's got a big lock on it. Boy, it looks like a first class. Big, great big shower. Look at that. That's nice. Benches, bars, soap dish. Turn the water on and off with a valve. It's all looks like tile, but it's just cinder block or fancy cinder block. There's two more, two little ones. They're pretty clean. And the bathrooms, which are typical bathrooms. Beautiful mirrors and sinks. Says the last time it was cleaned was November 16th. And before that, June 15th. Apparently they don't use that log. I hope. Anyways, because it looks like it's been cleaned since then. We have parked at the Cove boat launch, which is just down the hill, and I mean a hill, from the Arrowwood campground, or Arrowhead campground, whatever it is. And it has a little primitive porta-john here, or pit toilet, whatever you call them. And it has a nice boat launch. This is a fairly big lake, I guess. We are here, so you can get out into the Baden Lake, and it's a pretty big lake, so you got a lot of possibilities. I imagine in the summer this is a pretty well used area. Lake looks pretty normal for height. It's just a cove on the main lake, and it's a pretty big parking area for boats and cars, and a pretty nice boat launch. So there's the boat launch. We got a boat circling around us. I don't know if they're afraid to come in with me here. Well, there's the boat launch and Cave Cove boat launch. Get out of there, Keela. Now we are way up there at the top of the lake, as opposed to where we were before down at Cove's Grove, or Cane Cove and Arrowhead. We're way up here at Baden Lake. Okay, so let's check out this campground. Same basic situation for fees, stuff like that. Fees are $20 for a single site, $40 for a double site. I don't believe they have electricity here, but let's look. Is this site 3? No, that's 4. That's 4. 3 is a back in. They have hot showers, individual bathrooms, restrooms. There's a motorhome up there, so maybe they have electricity, or maybe that's a host. Here's drinking water. and site 10. This is what the site looks like. It's a nice little short back in. I don't see any power poles. This is the host site. Fire danger today is extreme. Oh, here's another bathroom with showers. So they seem to have enough of those. And site 17 right in the middle behind the bathroom. Over on my right is site 18, which is a nice looking site. That's site 18 over there. And it says it is reserved for somebody. You can always tell the good sites because they're reserved already. Oh, I see some electricity out here. Or is that just phone? Here's 22 is reserved. So that was site 1 through 22 up there. Let's go up to the other one. So this is the upper loop, sites 23 through 25. Let's take a look at that. Same basic situation on the kiosk to sign in and pay. Same price. Seems a lot less crowded up here. Looks like it would probably be a little windier up here. Same situation on the bathrooms and showers. Some nice big tent sites. It's a double site, I guess. It's site 29 right there. Looks pretty nice. Site 30. These look like they're much older sites. But that was a quick tour of the Baden Lake campgrounds. Well, we are at the Kings Mountain Point day use area, and it is a real nice big picnic area, and it's a pretty nice area. They have they've built these big fishing docks, fishing piers, so you can dangle a line and a worm in the water, do some fishing. And up here on Kings Mountain Point, they also have a frisbee golf course. So I know when I see these, it's a frisbee golf course. We are at Canebreak Horse Camp. They have a nice big corral, and the bathroom's right in the front. This is basically a horse camp, but it is not exclusively horse camp. You can come here with an RV or a tent or whatever and camp here, but the primary idea is that it's a horse camp, and in the heat of summer it might have some issues with flies. It is electrical. There's electric facilities for all the campsites, so that's pretty nice. So this is the basic. They're mostly pull through and pull around campsites. Couple of short back end ones that they assume, I guess, that you're going to have a horse trailer, and that it's going to be either your camper or it's going to be parked somewhere else, I guess. But these are some nice big campsites. You can see over here, there's a big old horse trailer taking up one. Some reserved. Oh no, that was opened. But there's room. This is I stayed in a really nice horse campground in Virginia that I thought was just phenomenal. They had corrals behind every campsite, and you can see the electrical outlets over there, and I assume they're 30 and 50. I kind of like these sites because they're up against the pine forest, so I kind of like pine forest camping. And lastly, for our tour of the campgrounds at Uwharrie is the hunt camp. And this is the hunt camp pay area, and it is a $5 fee. And it is parking in the parking lot where I am and camping down below in the campsites. There's 10 campsites, I believe, maybe 8, but it's a big parking lot with a pit toilet right there. It's pretty low key, but practically free. So think about that. And where are we? We're way over on 109 on the map, the very edge. Hunting camp. Well, we came to the off-highway vehicle area to see what it would be like, and this particular trail is the most difficult trail. We thought it might be an interesting trail to visit, just go walk up. I'm not going to take my car on this, but we'll see how difficult, really difficult is. From down here it looks like a nice little dirt road, but it does have some steep and treacherous areas. Well, we've hiked about a quarter mile, and now suddenly the trail gets very interesting. It's on some real sketchy rock, and it takes a right angle turn there. Oh, so we didn't even notice this. This looks very grody. I would not be coming up here to do this, that's for sure. Either coming down it or going up it. That is some mean rock to climb, up or down. And it doesn't really look like a viable way around it. You just have to come down it and hope you don't leave many parts. And this is not litter. These are spare parts for people who take this trail and don't quite make it. There's a ledge. There's a big ledge. They're gonna see if they can get up to where the hard part is. Check it out. Have a good one.